This is part 46 of Ocarina of Time 3D. We're going to be kicking off a rather lengthy trading sequence.
4 parts, I believe.
4 parts, yep. But before we do that, we are actually going to get the Zora Tunic. Or is it just the blue tunic?
It's Zora Tunic. It is the Zora Tunic.
And then we're also going to get a piece of heart as well.
And the bottom right here is Zora's Fountain, actually, which we'll kind of see is actually a really cool visual, I think. So.
It is, but we need the Zora Tunic to get down there and get it. And this is why we said we need to bring back a bottle of the blue flames to thaw out King Zora.
And you need the Zora Tunic to progress in the game.
Exactly.
Now there's probably some kind of glitch or something that you can actually get through the next dungeon, but it's just a lot easier if you get the Zora's Tunic. And I'm pretty sure this is the part I had to look up. I'm like, where in the world is this Zora Tunic at? Because I never thought about unfreezing this guy. I just walked right past him.
Well, especially if you don't bring the fire out of the ice cavern with you, you just kind of go on meandering about your business.
Well, I thought if I unfroze him, he'd move back. Like, it'd take forever to move back in front of that thing. I'd just be trapped the rest of the game.
I'm so glad that he thaws out a lot quicker than he moves.
Yes, that's a very good point.
At least we didn't have a 5-minute cinematic of him slowly thawing out. I mean, slight exaggeration, of course, but geez, I hated waiting for him to move.
Like Forever Young or Demolition Man. Is that the two where they're unfrozen?
It takes a yes.
Or I was going to say Halo, but Halo, he's actually not frozen, right?
Just, what do they call it? Cryo?
Yes,
like that.
Sure. Sounds good to me. But this is the visual I was talking about right here. Again, to sink all the way down to the bottom of the Zora's Fountain. It just, you would never think it's that deep, really. Unless you, I mean, I guess if you're swimming around, you actually can look down. Yeah. But I just remember the first time floating down here, I was like, wow, it's actually this deep. I mean, Jabu Jabu must have a huge butt. I mean, is what I was thinking.
I mean, we explored his whole body. I mean, it must have been pretty big.
And there was different levels throughout that dungeon. So, it makes sense it's a little bit deep, but to be this deep was actually kind of surprising.
It was. And it was a cool surprise, though. It's like you just keep sinking and sinking and sinking, and this is why you need the Zora's Tunic. Yeah. Otherwise, you would drown.
It's just one of those things like, kind of opposite verticality. I mean, it's going down, so it's not really verticality. I guess it's more depth than anything else. But it just adds, that's the deepest part in the water we can go to in this game. It's just one of those little small things that I just found really cool, especially the first time playing this game.
Yep, it was just a nice surprise. Now we're going to actually finally kick off that trading sequence we mentioned. And it is long. I think I read that it's like 10 items that will eventually trade.
And we'll be doing this to get the best sword.
Oh, so it's worth doing. It is absolutely worth doing.
Because the upgrade sword is awesome.
I believe it's twice as strong as the Master Sword.
And it looks huge.
I mean, you swing it with both hands, for crying out loud. It's worth doing, and
I have a lot of practice with that.
We'll just leave that alone. And I don't think we could actually do this until we beat the Fire Temple.
Oh, you're talking about Zelda?
Yeah.
Well, okay, what are we doing now? Okay, I totally lost. I totally got myself off track on that comment.
We are going back to Cojiro Village.
Okay.
Because the first step in the trading sequence is we have to talk to the cucco lady of all people. And she will give us the first item in the trading sequence.
Like I said, it's kind of along a lot of items. Some of them will be timed. Some of them will not be timed. If they are timed, one thing to remember is you can actually not warp to the area you want to go to. So just keep that in mind because it just basically resets that part. So,
it does, which is a pain.
I mean, I've always been so on trade sequences in Zelda games.
Yeah.
I would say I'm less of a fan of them than maybe some people are. Just some of them, especially like in Link's Awakening in the Oracle games, I thought they just took a little bit too much time.
Yes, they do.
And then you didn't get the item really till the end of the game. So at least here we're getting it a little bit earlier. So
one thing I do like about this particular trading sequence, though, it is going to take us everywhere.
Agreed.
Almost everywhere, at least. Mm-hmm. And we get to talk to a lot of side characters that, we may have talked to once or twice earlier, but I feel like it's going to take us to talk to some characters we may otherwise not have interacted with.
That's a very good point. I mean, like, we kind of got through the game a little bit, and some of these, I feel like in this game you really go back and visit the areas quite a bit throughout the game.
You do.
But it's just nice to always get that refresher of, okay, we're going to take you here. Basically, we go all over Hyrule. It's just a good little reminiscent, journey, I guess.
Plus, again, we get to talk to some of these side characters.
That we might not have talked to if we didn't do this quest.
Exactly. Now, it gets a little tedious when we have to go back and forth between the same two places a couple times. But it's not bad at all. The first item we got there was the cucco egg, which we have to hatch.
but which is why we're playing the Sun song. I thought you were gonna go a little bit farther on that one.
Oh no.
We play the Sun songs twice, obviously, to get to Hatch, and we're totally commentating the walkthrough part of the video now. Do this, do that, do this, do that.
I felt like I'd talked enough. I was just tagging you back in.
Oh, thank you. And I wasn't ready for it, so.
Yep. Although I like that, we've been in Cojiro Village a few times as an adult. One thing that we haven't mentioned yet is you see the people from the market. The two people right by the tree at the entrance used to be in the market.
I think we found a dog lady in here.
The dog lady.
Is there a dog here? Is there a dog here? I'm curious to find out. I think it is the dog lady, though, isn't it?
It is.
Okay.
I
haven't seen the dog yet. That's her back there, wasn't it?
It's her in that big dress that we just walked
the white
by.
dress, but I don't see her dog running
I don't see
anywhere,
the dog.
so she got lazy again.
Well, it's been 7 years. Pets may not make it that long.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Now, I don't know. Cuccos, man, they have a weird fetish. They get aroused by waking people up. They're really just jerks if you think about it.
They just want to wake you up. That's all they want in life. And even the cucco lady says, "Oh, your cucco looks really happy now." It's
there's a bunch of weird. Actually, if you think about it, there's a bunch of weird people that we encounter on this train sequence quest.
We do. It is kind of fun, though. I feel like they tie together a few of these side characters. She mentions that she's going to give us this blue cucco that's called a Cojiro.
Yeah.
Which, first of all, a blue cucco. Okay.
Somebody at Nintendo was smoking a lot of weed to come up with that idea. Hey, man. How about a blue cucco?
What if we made it blue? But it actually ties together the cucco lady well with her brother is actually the creepy guy from the Lost Woods. Whose name
see, you say creepy, but when we talk to him here in a little while,
he ends up being okay.
He says he's very nice, so
yeah.
I don't know if he's so much creepy. He just looks. He looks creepy. He doesn't talk creepy, but he doesn't look creepy. He looks sick.
That's a better way.
He looks pale and sick and just. I don't know, man. There's something wrong with it. There's something wrong with that whole family. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, because then they tie him together with the girl from the potion shop,
which we'll be doing at the very end or close to the end of this video.
We'll be making our way there.
We'll be seeing her, and we've heard theories that actually his grandma is kind of getting to.
Yeah, it's an interesting way that they kind of just tie some of these side characters together that you never would have thought were otherwise related. Go ahead.
I actually did not have anything, so I was hoping you just continued.
Oh, but I can. I thought it was.
I thought you had a point. You were talking like you had a point. So
I'd got as far as I could go with that.
And I was like, we've already been here 20 times, so I don't really have nothing with this place. So you did have a point then?
It's been a little while since we've been here.
That's true.
So it's not bad coming back.
It's only 2 dungeons ago, though.
Yeah, that's true.
So it wasn't that long ago. I want to say that
15 parts, it feels like.
Yeah, that's probably true. Actually, with the 100% walkthrough, it could have been, I don't know if it's 15, but it could have been a while ago, because I think we just commentated a couple weeks ago. So.
Yeah, but now that we've got the Minuet of Forest, though, it at least lets us warp straight to the meadow.
I wish we would have warped right there, because we kind of warped to, really if you think about the end, let's just say the whole forest area.
Yeah.
That song kind of warps us to the end of the forest area. It does. I actually wish it would have warped us to Kokiri Forest.
That would have been a lot
That would have been a lot nicer, kind of more centralized and everything, but once again, complaining about small stuff in a great game.
Yep. Now he's going to give us this mushroom to take to the girl at the potion shop. And when we get there, she's at some point in the game, I think if we talk to her, she says something along the lines of she can't venture to the forest anymore, her eyesight's not that great, something like that.
Oh yeah, sure.
I think
once you get text, I don't really read when I play Zelda games. That's why I always get lost. Now this magic bean right here is very important because as you can see, this has a timer.
Yep.
So you really want to plant that because if you don't, you have to go all the way back through Kokiri Forest.
Yeah,
and it's just a pain. So
it's a nice shortcut.
You finally figured out that one part that magic beans are a shortcut. That's their correct name.
Yeah. Now I'm not necessarily a big fan of the timed portions of this. As we mentioned, you can't warp or it ruins it. None of the timed parts are that close, I don't think, if you know the right route.
But I like that. I like that they're not close because it makes it more, what's it called, when you're on edge?
Suspenseful?
Makes you more on edge.
Yeah, there you go.
That actually works fine, but more suspenseful. Yeah. It makes it, more exhilarating, I guess.
Plus, it's kind of realistic. They're like, we have this mushroom. If you don't get it where it needs to go, it's going to go bad. And later on, we're going to have, medicine that if we don't get it where it goes, it will go bad. So I feel like it just makes it a little more interesting.
But I was glad the whole thing wasn't timed. I like how they throw it in, okay, this part's going to be timed. And when they throw in the timers, anyways, this wraps up part 46 of Ocarina of Time 3D.